Let's head to Scotland to SNP spokesperson Stewart Hosie with the first of two questions. Stewart Hosie.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The Secretary of State was copied in to a letter to the Business Secretary from Vicky Lee Pearson, the Sales Director at John Ross Jr. Aberdeen, salmon producers and exporters. It described in excoriating detail the barrage of useless Brexit information which added no value or clarity to food and drink exporting businesses like that. Would it not be better to fix the problems at the UK-EU border where real exports take place, rather than make vague promises about future promotional campaigns?
Well, I observe that the honourable gentleman did not support a deal. So, effectively, he wanted no deal for the people of the United Kingdom. So, I think it's a bit rich, him raising issues when no deal would have been very, very tricky for the exporters he's talking about. Now, £200 million was given to the Scottish Government to prepare to minimise disruption. So I suggest he takes up that issue with Nicola Sturgeon to see how that money has been spent to help Scottish exporters.
Stewart Hosie.
It was possibly the worst case of deflection I've ever seen, even from a Tory. Given that the Brexit advice on offer to allow businesses like John Ross Jr. with an exemplary 30-year record in exporting was, and I quote, has fallen woefully short when it comes to one of the most important commercial issues of our time. Would it not be better, as I say, instead of vague promises about future campaigns, instead of rather pathetic attempts at deflection, to fix the problems at the UK-EU border where real exports happen to protect real jobs and businesses rather than playing rather silly politics?
Well, my honourable friend, the Chancellor and Duchy of Lancaster, is working very hard with the Brexit Business Task Force to make sure that disruption is minimised and businesses are given support. But I think it's a perfectly reasonable point for me to raise the £200 million that is being given to the Scottish Government and how they're spending it. And the honourable gentleman's silence speaks volumes.